Hello guys and welcome back. Today I'm here to give you an update on the Polyrhachis rastellata queen that I showed to you a while ago now. So let's see what happened to her. A week later, you can see her drinking some honey on a stick. Also, if you may have noticed, she's not in her test tube because, as I mentioned in my previous video, these queens are semi-claustral and they do need to forage for food and eat food during their founding stage. But I was scared that if I let this queen out, then she would stay out and would not go in the test tube. So I decided to close it as soon as she went inside the test tube. Go in, go in. Oh damn it, cleaning herself. Come on. Just go in already. Ugh. Come on. Yes. And in. Closed it. But if you may or may not know, this was not the queen that I showed to you in my previous episode. This is actually another queen from a two queen setup that I created. Let's check up on them a week later. Opening the test tube. Guys, do you see it? Eggs. Yes, which means that I have nailed the diet down for this species. If you know, I mentioned in the previous video that these guys are very picky eaters. Also, if you want to see the previous video, you can click on the iCard over here. But it's so good to see that these queens have finally laid eggs and are eating what I give them. So that's a plus point. Also, these are not the only queens I have. Remember how I said that these are not the queens that I showed to you in my previous video? Because the previous video only had a single queen. Well, that queen is still with me. Let's check up on her right now. Peeping into the test tube of the queen that I showed to you in the previous video. Look at her. Here she is in all her glory. And do you see it, guys? Yes, even she has laid an egg. Although not many, but still, one is good. Over there you can see a little moth that I have given her. And look at her, just eating the moth. You can also see her mouth parts actually moving. Just look at her, absolutely chowing down on that moth. Now, let's check up on the queens the next week. This is the two queen colony that we have. Opening their test tubes. What do we see? There's the queen, and now I see a lot more eggs than there were before. Probably even a larva over there. So these are the two queens a week later, and now let's check up on the previous queen, how she is doing a week later. I decided to name this Queen Spineless because, well, she's a spiny ant queen without any spines. And look, you can see many more eggs. Last time there was just one egg. Now remember how I said that I had more queens and those were not the only ones? Well, this is another queen that I had. She had not laid any eggs, so I did not show it to you. But now she has laid 2 eggs, so you can look at her. She's absolutely beautiful, very shiny. Now I also notice that this species takes a really long time to turn from an egg to a larva. So let's check up on the 2 queen colony a week later. Oh my god, look at this, guys. Absolutely huge larvae everywhere. Now if you know, these ants are arboreal weaver ants, which means they spin silk created from their larvae. I cannot wait to see this phenomenon and record it. Now the other queens, their eggs haven't turned into larvae yet due to the exact same reasons, and these were the first queens to lay eggs. So I am ending here. Also, if you may remember, we had a colony of Fedoli ants named the Big Brain Empire. Well, about them. An interesting update is going to come soon. So be sure to like, share and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the other videos. And an interesting update on the Big Brain Empire. This is me signing off.